in, everybody. Glad you're with us. So, almost ready to get underway. Pitching in our game today, Rube Foster. What do we have on him?
Well, it's a three-pitch mix in the repertoire for this starter. He's going to have to command all three if he's going to have success on the hill today.
Tony Gwynn, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one. And that's outside. Ball one. You'd be hard-pressed to find a better contact hitter than Tony Gwynn. The ball basically stood still for him. If it's near the plate, he'd get the barrel on it.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one down the line. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. And it's a double to start the game.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And here is Ozzie Smith. That one's in there. It's 0-1. Bunting for a hit. Fires over to first. And the bunt attempt doesn't work out. Now we take a check of the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. And with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support. On a line out towards center. Misses the ball, and it falls in. And the Cardinals score first. It's 1-0.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Mark McGuire now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Edmonds stands at first with one out. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and that's a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single. 2 on, 1 out. Musial the next to hit. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
Fair ball. 1 run across. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Duke Snyder in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. 1 out and a runner at second. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. And that is out of play. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
The high heat, too much on that one. And here is Paul Molitor.
That's a ball.
In the dirt. To third. Tag. Got him. That ends the inning. And they limit the damage. But 3 score in the inning. 2 of them on this. And we're back. Our starter in this one, Jake Arrieta.
He has great stuff, Boo, but what I love most is his drive. You know, when he takes the ball, he's going to give you everything he's got and try to pitch deep into the ball game. He's a true competitor, which makes it easy for his teammates to play hard for him. We're not going to see him take many pitches off. I can promise you that.
Batting second.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
Jazz Chisholm Jr.
And first offering is fouled off. Wagner aboard here at first with nobody out. Chisholm, a former All-Star, 27 years old, and he's usually a second baseman, but today he starts in center.
Well, you typically have to have some pretty good speed and range to play center field, so to go from second base, which isn't the rangiest position in the infield, out into center field, kind of impressive to me.
pulled the string on the changeup. Rafael Palmeiro, the next up for the Marlins. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Batting fourth.
Now it's Jordan Alvarez.
Jordan Alvarez.
First pitch misses.
Ball one, no strikes. That's ball two.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That's in there, and it's 3-1.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
One out. Runners at first and second. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
It's a strikeout, but they'll be in good shape if they make their outs as difficult as that one. Those grinding ABs take a toll on a pitcher as the game goes on.
Tony Perez, the next up for the Marlins. On the ground to short. Smith sends it to first. That ends the inning. Marlins strand a pair. They trail in this one 3-0. New inning getting started. Here's the veteran second baseman, Paul Molitor. And that misses. And it's 1-0. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first. Got hit around a little bit. Just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff at the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location. Sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
In the air, right side. Oliva sizing this one up. Now it, and there's one down. Here's Wade Boggs now. That one at 95 missed up top, and that's ball one. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Around first, heading for two. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
One out. Runner at second. And here's the catcher on the ground to the left. And foul ball. One out and a runner at second here at the top of the second. To the right side. Altuve handles it. Awesome play there. Back to the top of the lineup, Tony Gwynn. Next up for the Cardinals.
Ball, that's down.
In the dirt, and the runner holds. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Started to go at the 1-2. A check on it to third. And he won around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now the right fielder, Tony Oliva. Ripped on the ground to second. Whips it to first. And a quick out, number one. Here's Adley Rutschman. Ground ball, left side. Tosses to first. And a couple of quick outs. 2 down, bases empty. Jose Altuve getting ready to hit. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. 2 outs, bases empty. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
And another ball.
No strikes.
And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Right through there for a strike.
Count is 3-2.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Got him looking. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Miami down in order. They trail it here 3-0. All set for the start of the inning. Now up for St. Louis, Ozzie Smith. And he drops it down the third baseline. Scoops it up barehanded. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit. And up next for St. Louis, Jim Edmonds. RBI single his last time up. Late with the swing there.
0-1.
Swings through that one for strike 2. He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
And that one is lifted in the air. Alvarez makes the grab, 1 down. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Mark McGwire. And that one upstairs, ball 1. And a swing and a miss.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
Out towards left center. Alvarez settles under it and makes the catch. And there's 2 away. So now here's the Cardinals designated hitter, Stan Musial. There goes Ozzie. Pitching for a strike. Throw. Save. Ball 1 there.
Ball 1.
Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Top of the zone for a called strike.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Struck him out looking. So 1 left for the Cardinals, but they're on top by a count of. Bottom of the inning. Now here is Nolan Arenado. Arrieta back to work. And it's fouled away. Nolan Arenado at the plate. Arenado, guy who delivers big-time power at the dish and will probably go down as one of the greatest defensive third basemen of all time. And a big swing and a miss.
No
and speaking
balls,
of that
2 strikes.
defense, it's hard to imagine that in high school, Arenado shared the left side of the infield with another elite defender, Matt Chapman,
ball,
at El Toro
2
High
strikes.
School in California. That one ripped. Snyder right there to make the grab. One up, one down. Back to the top of the Miami order. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Honus Wagner. This one high in the air to left center. Edmonds on the move. Makes the catch for the out. And there's two down. 2 outs, base is empty. Jazz Chisholm Jr. the next up for the Marlins. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. McGuire makes the catch, inning over. Nothing doing for the Marlins. Still down 3-0. And we're back as we go to the top of the fourth. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Duke Snyder. And a curve drops in for a strike. Snyder, multi-time All-Star, over 1,000 runs batted in his career, usually in center field, but today starting in left. Got him swinging.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Headed towards the corner. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. And the 0-2 from Foster. Got him. Dave Lawrence rings him up.
Committed to that breaking ball just a little too much and couldn't pull the bat back in time. You know, once you get it going, it can be so tough to stop the momentum of that barrel. Good pitch, had him fooled.
Boggs in the box now. No balls and a strike. Right through there for a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
This one smoked. Could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. He really let that ball travel on the outside part of the plate, but that's a great example that you can still drive the baseball that's away. Rip that one down the line for the double.
Squirts away a little bit. Handles, throws to first. Out number 3. The Cards lead 1, but they lead at 3-0.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the fourth. Gaylord Perry.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
And that one pulled foul. And the pitch. Outside low, and that's ball 1.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. He flexes his power with that swing, and they cut into the deficit. It's 3-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
Here's Yordan Alvarez. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
0-1.
Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Popped up left side. Boggs on his way over. He's got it. And there's one down. And next is the designated hitter, Tony Perez. He's 0 for 1. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
All over that one right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Oliva,
0-1's
the batter
count.
now as he swings and misses for strike 1. That one pulled foul. Struck him out swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup. Adley Rutschman, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Swings through that one.
0-1.
Oh, 1 now. That one
0-1.
missed.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
I
One
would
ball,
throw him another
2
breaking
strikes.
ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Next pitch
Nope.
misses. The count now 2-2.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing.
3.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. On to the top of the. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready now for the 5th inning. And here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Tony Gwynn. And that one fouled off.
Here's one of those crazy stats about Tony Gwynn. If you split his career numbers in half, he'd still rank first in Padres history in runs, hits, total bases,
No ball,
and
2
doubles.
strikes.
Foul ball still 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Rutschman hauls it in, and there's 1 away. Now it's the shortstop, Ozzie Smith.
That hanging breaking ball looks so juicy to the hitter, and nothing more frustrating when you miss that pitch and you pop out. He's going to have to think about that till his next at bat.
Swing and a foul out of play. 1 down, base is empty. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Chris, 3rd time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today,
Edmonds.
economical with the pitch count.
Edmonds stands in now and watches strike 1. Right through there for a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a...
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. And down in order go the Cardinals. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Logan Webb.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Altuve
Inside
jumps
ball.
out of the way of ball 1.
Sometimes it takes a couple of pitches to get a feel, especially when you move from that bullpen mound into this game mound.
That one
No, that's
misses. Now 2-0. Movement in the bullpen for the Cardinals. Nolan Ryan appears to be getting loose. Burns warming up as well. Pitch
Ball
misses, and that's ball 3. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
And that drops in for a strike. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. And there's one down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Fouled off left side. 1 out, base is empty. And he swings through that one.
Well, in this one, the offense has
the count.
sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
And that's
Inside,
off
ball 1.
the inside edge. And the count is 1-2. That's
2-2 the
inside.
count.
Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. Hit on the ground to short. Smith zips it to first, and they get Entrnamiento for the out. So up next, Honus Wagner, 1 for 2. Out to short, and that one finds its way through. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Man at first, and at the plate for Miami, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 0 for 2 in this one. Hard hit left side. The throw to first, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for Miami, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. And we're new arm out of the bullpen, John
Now
Donaldson.
pitching.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Donaldson.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Fires across the diamond. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th. Stan Musial digs in now. And fires in a fastball at 95. To measure what a force Stan the Man was for the Cardinals, look at his first decade in the league. In those years, he won 3 MVP awards and finished 2nd another 3 times. Next offering misses down and away.
With Musial, it's the consistency that really sets him apart for me. He hit 300 or better in every one of his first 17 seasons in the bigs.
And Entrnamiento makes the catch. Duke Snider next up for the Cardinals, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And he takes a strike. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. That clips a corner.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Justin Steele.
Now
He has a great slider with tons of movement.
number 35, Justin Steele.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. Activity in the
0-1's the count.
bullpen. Raisel Iglesias getting loose out there. Davis getting loose as well. Now a screamer into the outfield. Makes the grab on the run. And there's one away. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Yordan Alvarez. A little out front there as he swings through it.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
One down, base is empty.
Ball, that's in.
Misses off the inside, and the count is 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Outside, and that is ball 4.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Tony Perez, the next up for the Marlins. And it stays fair. Snyder with a quick throw back in. Runner holds it second, but they've got something going on here. Tony Oliva, the next up for the Marlins.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Swung on, belted. That one is back. And it one-hops the wall. One runs in. Now a second crosses the plate. It's 3-3. He's safe at third. It's a 2-run triple.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. I love the hustle out of the box. Man, he drove that baseball, and he was thinking triple right away.
And now Adley Rutschman. He gets there on a slide. There's one.
Right there on the tag.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. On the ground, out to short. Zips it across, and that ends the inning. But they pick up a pair here, both coming on this. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of inning number 7. Here's the second baseman, Paul Molitor. There's a strike, 95 of that one.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Oliva settles under it. He makes the grab, and there's one down. Wade Boggs will hit next. First offering, and it just misses. Donaldson goes 6'1". He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a slurve, a curve, and he works in a changeup. Here's the catcher.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. In one, hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Not stopping. He's going for 3. He's in there.
He's in there.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it. Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
Next offering in there for a strike. 0-2 now. Just
Nope,
missed.
that's the ball.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take
One
that
ball, 2
pitch.
strikes,
That's as
count.
close as it gets.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 2 down. Go ahead run in scoring position. Hit in the air out to center field. Chisholm drops into the glove, and that's the 3rd out. So 1 left for the Cardinals, so no change in the score. So remaining in the game defensively, Ted Simmons. He'll be the new right fielder after entering as a pinch hitter. Here's Nolan Arenado. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Yandy Diaz. He represents the go-ahead run.
Diaz.
Hit hard on the ground to the right side, and that's just foul. Swing and a miss, 98 on the gun.
No ball,
Ooh,
2 strikes.
Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Got him swinging. 1 gone here.
Well, Boog, that 0-2 slider was completely set up by the first 2 pitches of the at-bat, where they went hard in. As a hitter, you got to be a little quick. You think that they're going to try to exploit you in that part of the plate. And
and a great stop. And they get.
Look at the big guy getting down and dirty, robbing what probably would have been. A double if it gets by him. I'd love to see that because most times it's the shortstop or second baseman, but he wants to get in the mix a little bit as well.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1.
All tied up here at the bottom of the 7th. Yeah, that's fouled off. And El Bumby is kept in check with the K. And the Marlins staying in the game on defense. Yandy Diaz. He'll play 3rd after. Coming into the game as a pinch hitter. And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Aroldis Chapman.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate very.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. And they grab the lead in the 8th. It's 4-3. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
Hardly ever coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Diaz makes the play, and there's 1 down. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Preston Wilson.
Man, it must be nice to pull a superstar off your bench, huh?
And he can't come up with it. Still able to fire over, and he's going to make it to first, and we'll see how they score it. So now a pinch hitter, Connor Norby, runner on first with one down for him. And that's a little bit high. 1-0. And a strike on the outside edge. Next offering is fouled back. Wilson leads off first with one away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Lucan Baker, a runner on first with 2 gone for him. And that's in for a strike. Right through there for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Oliva makes a nice running catch. One for the Cardinals on the solo home run. It's now Wilson Contreras into the game now on defense, but in a strange way. This is not a position he's used to playing as far as we know. New pitcher for the Cardinals, Mark Davis.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired.
Number 32, Grady Sizemore.
Looking to get the tying run on base. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. That one missing inside. Action in the St. Louis bullpen. Ryan Helsley up and throwing. Misses inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count.
All right, so in this at bat, he's seen a couple of off-speed pitches, now back-to-back fastballs. In this count, you definitely got to stay back. Make sure you don't get out in front and be prepared to shorten up and hit the ball the other way.
Throws to first in time, and that's one away as the leadoff man. And is out in the 8th.
Hitting to the Marlins, number 12, Mike Napoli.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
0-1's the count.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
One down, base is empty. That one the other way. A dive, he's got it.
Hitter's got a broken heart on that one.
Now
it
batting,
had base
the
hit written
designated hitter,
all over it.
Tony.
Maybe extra bases. Great diving catch for the upset.
Perez now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing
0-1.
there. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing. So remaining in the game defensively, Mike Napoli.
Now
the new left fielder after entering the game as a pinch hitter.
12.
Bullet Rogan on the pitch here.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Molitor leading things off and takes a strike. That one outside. And 1-1. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 1-2 here. Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Fought off foul. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. He goes down looking. And now the Cardinals catcher. 1 for 3. That one close. Ruled the ball. And that is ball 1. Just missed. And a foul ball. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs 1 more out.
2 outs. He swings and fouls one off. Rogan kicks and delivers. This one lifted in the air, left field. Napoli racing over to make the catch. 1 hit, 1 left. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the 9th. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Ryan Helsley.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Swing and a ball driven out to center. Koperniak raging back towards the wall. Hauls it in on the warning track.
Man, he hammered that. One to center. I thought it was out of here, but Wynn just absolutely killed it.
Rutschman, the next to hit, takes ball 1. A 1-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. Not close with that one, and that's ball 2.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing, you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Trying to close out a 1-run lead here in the last half of inning number 9. One down, base is empty. That's out to center field. Koperniak settles under this one. Makes the grab, and there's 2 down. Jose Altuve. Pinch hitter coming on, Jose Iglesias. And this is a big at bat in this ball game. And fouled off.
That's a ball.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
And a swing and a miss there.
I'd say that stayed in the tunnel for a long time. No chance of even fouling it off.
Helsley is just one strike away. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Base hit into right center.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there, down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Yandy Diaz now. Ground ball right side. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Cardinals hold on to win a tight one as this one ends.